They asked me, why is it that local founders here tend to fall short? And there's also a notion of, from say, regional VCs, that most local founders don't have a strong operational background. And that made me think. That made me think because, yeah, they're actually right. And I come from that background because I wasn't educated here. First time I was able to travel out of the country was I was 25 years old. And that was a quick thing. I came from the bottom too. I was nothing, but I was blessed enough to be exposed with external points of views, which you've had when you said you've traveled around the world, in South America, in Central Africa, South Africa, where you've seen that there is a lot of promise and a lot of growth from a common denominator, which is emerging markets. And I always say this, in the Philippines, there's three types of founders. First one is the expat. Obviously, they know the macros, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't have the finesse of a local Pinoy. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the nuances here. The polar opposite of that is where I came from. Grassroots, very community based, but doesn't understand the macros. Doesn't understand that, oh, okay, there's a real opportunity here. And the ambition is too short sighted. They only want to uh, solve the problem of their community. So it's so hard to fund a company like that or a founder like that because they're only satisfied with, say, solving a problem in their little hometown. They're
Mm-hmm.
good. I mean, that's good. God bless, lifestyle business, but you won't get enough funding. And then there's the hybrid, which eventually I became because I was exposed in the macro of a expat, and we call, and usually they're repatriates because they are the ones who've seen how things work or similar models work in other
Mm-hmm.
countries, which you've already had. But from your point of view, Jojo, I want to understand why, what did you now see from all these stuff, from Wayne, from all these things, and what did you bring home when you now came back and you are about to do it again, but in your home turf? What was that enlightenment that you brought home?
Yeah, again, I started this with telling you my hustle, and my hustle is really how to use technology and innovation so that it can really serve its intended purpose.
Yeah,
And I think that's the crux of this. That's the crux of the learning. I mean,
yeah,
I was being mentored by my team. I'm not mentoring them. I was being mentored by my team in terms of why they want to introduce this new product. When I was in Africa, I had a very good communication with the founders of M-Pesa,
hmm,
and at the same time, the users of M-Pesa. And
yeah,
I get to really appreciate that the reason why M-Pesa succeeded is because they knew how this will affect or impact the lives of people. And people, when they say, when you talk to them, they say, Jojo, the thing that here, I don't know what AI is all about. I don't know what, but the thing is that if I use this, I'm able to go straight to the supermarket and not have middlemen. And I'm
hmm,
a farmer, and I make money right away, right? So,
right,
and that was also major learning in Cambodia, in Wing.
hmm,
And so I think that's probably something that I'd like to bring here. And then when I was in Cambodia, guys from the Gokongwei group visited me and then basically
hmm.
said, Jojo, why don't you do that in the Philippines? You don't have something like that. I
Yes.
was yeah, I was also a member of the Women's World Banking Executive Board, and I was with the great Dr. Iris Alip of
Okay.
CARD. And then
There
I
you
was
go.
also with some of the I was also with the governor of the former and um, governor of central bank, Nesting Espinilla, who passed away already. And they were telling me, Joshua, why don't you come back to the Philippines and do this, right? So and and I was 3 years already in Cambodia, and I came back. And then, but you're right, Ron. I mean, there has to be something that you are going to bring
Yeah,
to the country
correct.
for you to matter. But and then yeah, I like what you said, and is there something really that can be sustainable relative to do that? And the learning is not just for me, it's the learning is probably for, people that I work with, or I
Correct.
enable to work. Yeah.